Look at that beard. How's it going, man? Go for a little ride. Oh, it feels so good. The temperature is so nice. So Scott is riding a Ninja 650, which is kind of cool, and hopefully we'll be doing a little bit of a trade in a little bit, so I'm very excited to ride that. Hey, look, a cop. Hey, cop. Oh, actually, I don't even know if that's a cop. You know, this is a casual ride, so I'm not going to be speeding too much. I'm in the wrong gear, but this bike does pull pretty well. Hey! Hey, you! FC1, that's an FC1, I think. I don't know. And then it just kind of goes down. Lots of cyclists out today. Listen to that. That sounds awesome. Okay, I just saw another cop, this time with the sirens on, going the opposite way. Man, this bike is perfectly awesome to ride. Kawasaki is doing pretty well. This is my first fill up. This gas station is like $3.29, which is very expensive. The Exxon across the street is $3.05. You know, I should have just filled up there, but yeah, convenience and all of that. Prices Distillery Road. Oh, what are they doing here? Route 355. Hawker Road. That seems fun. Yeah, we're going towards these mountains right over here. And I've always liked riding in the Maryland mountains because they almost seem like hills. It's very pleasing. You know, Virginia is a much better place to ride. This is why I came here specifically, is just to kind of rev this bike up. Listen how cool this sounds. Isn't that awesome? Thanks. I just had to like rev it. That was so cool. I love that. Well, I kind of made some mistakes. You know, I didn't bring a GPS. So I'm kind of just winging it, but I don't really remember a lot of these roads. I kind of know this one a little bit, but I was hoping that I was smart enough to put the GPS, because I am terrible with directions. Oh, wait a minute. I know where I'm at. Route 17. This is nice. This is perfect. This is beautiful here. Yeah, I love this area. We're going to follow 17 north. This is all beautiful, man. This is a great road. That's actually a pretty good route that I took without even knowing. One time I was doing a wheelie here on an R1 and my chain actually snapped. So I had a friend of mine crash this corner, I believe. This one right here. Yeah. And then the car from here actually towed him all the way to my house. So in that corner, that last left-hand turn corner was really dangerous. We are almost there. This part I remember like going to the right like this, and then on my speed triple doing a power wheelie right over here. This bike is not that fun for that. There we go. Not a lot of people here today. Area under video surveillance. Oh. Ooh, shade. Not Nancy Pelosi shade, just regular shade. Alright, we are trading bikes. Oh, this is small. It feels small. Yeah, this feels so tiny compared to that. Wow, this is actually kind of fancy. Well, first gear, I have a gear indicator. Oh, this is very casual. For some reason, I thought this bike was... Oh yeah, this is very casual. This bike is very, very casual. Second gear. This is the Kawasaki 650R. And it's a twin cylinder. I actually thought it was a 4-cylinder before because it looks very much like it. Oh, this is very comfortable. So this is not like a regular motorcycle or like a regular sport bike. Regular sport bikes are just absolutely a crouched down position, but this is a very easy bike to ride. It feels very much like my Ninja 250, but of course much bigger. And look at this, you can see really well with the mirrors. I mean, I still see my shoulder a little bit. It is a little bit on the vibration side, but I believe that this is a much better bike than the 250. I mean, it actually feels like a 500. I'm not really riding very much, but very simple looking too. You got your high beams over here. You also have your hazards. You have your turn signals and horn. There's no such thing as modes on this bike. Now the speedometer, it's interesting. It's 6 gears. You have a very whimsical dash that shows on the top left the gear indicator, which is good. I'm going slow for a reason, you know, I don't want to like scare him. He's riding my KLR 650. I like the RPMs being everything digital. It's nice. Fuel, very easy to read. Odometer, only 2,000 miles. This thing is brand new. Very upright bike, and I thought it would be a little bit more crouched down position, but yeah, this is a very intuitive bike to ride. And you have the key over here, which is interesting. And then there's like this kind of like weird pouch here. I wonder if the air filter is behind here. They're using more plastics now in gas tanks apparently. This is plastic. It's always nice when riders let me ride bikes. You know, I really appreciate it. This is actually very predictable cornering. It feels very predictable. I kind of want to like really rev the crap out of this thing. I feel like that the screens these days are starting to resemble almost like TVs. I kind of wish that the digital dashes of bikes like this started including GPSs. For me, that would be the top thing that bikers, motorcyclists like me would like. By the way, this is a 2020. 45 miles an hour. So awesome looking. I love the Kawasaki colors. Yeah, this bike is actually pretty darn good for these rougher secondary roads. Man, this is quite a nice little bike. It feels small. It actually kind of almost echoes the Ninja 250 sizing. It's that small. The KLR 650 is kind of an incredible big bike, I think, for him. I think this is why I like the adventure bikes. Like every single road is a regular road, but on this bike the suspension is a lot harder. Okay, where am I? I think we're going to go left here. There we go. He's doing pretty well. Actually in Pennsylvania. We were actually in Pennsylvania. Isn't that kind of crazy? This bike is so easy to ride. So easy to ride. It's just so upright. It feels like it doesn't feel like a crotch rocket. It looks like a crotch rocket, but it really is a street bike. Now that yeah, it's a really good bike. It's pretty much all everybody needs. Look at that. Sounds like my Ninja. Very cool looking styling. It's smooth. Smooth like butter. After riding the Ninja 250R, I guess, coming to this, it feels very antiquated. But I think I kind of like this engine much more than the Ninja. I hate to say it, but the inline 2s, I don't know. I don't think I'm a big fan. And it's funny because I've had plenty of inline 2s, but the Super Tenere is an inline 2. And that engine I like because it kind of feels like a V-twin. And that bike, that Ninja 650R, is so smooth that it doesn't feel like a V-twin. It doesn't feel like kind of like an earthy thumper. Like it's very smooth. It's very sedate. So in a way, I kind of prefer bikes like this that are a little bit rougher. The Super Tenere, that's a little bit rougher, a little bit more character. And I kind of like that, you know. Maybe even the inline 4s aren't that good as the V-twins. At least for me, I kind of like these a little bit earthier sort of bikes. And I don't know, maybe I like bikes that resemble tractors. It's kind of funny. I do like that Kawasaki 650R, and I appreciate Scott letting me ride it. I did ask him what he thought about the KLR 650. And I kind of thought he would be more enthusiastic because this is a very like quirky bike, but it does feel like it's an enthusiast's bike. So a lot of people don't get this because it's not a fast bike, it's not a light bike, but it's one of these bikes that does everything. Not well, but it does everything. And when riders that like sport bikes and sport cars go into bikes like this, like, people tend not to be as interested in riding these because these are a little bit more utilitarian. The people that get these bikes are into bikes that will get the job done, I think. And this is kind of like that type of bike. It just gets the job done. This guy does not. Gee. We are back home. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my numbers up. I don't know why, but yeah, I like to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be cool. I'm at 3,800 right now. So anyway, that's the KLR 650 and the Ninja 650R riding around, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Speak camera.
In Kazakhstan, it is illegal for more than 5 women to be in the same place, except for in brothel or in grave.
Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.